J.J. Blade on his first opening day roster, as we mentioned, one of 8 Oakland A's. And is he the first to get a hit here in the 2024 season? Absolutely.
Willis, let him know just how Biebs is feeling.
79 pitches, and how about that for a fair ball? J.J. Blade with a multi-hit day as he heads towards second for a 2-out double. And that was all the way towards second base, hard on the ground and up the middle for J.J. Blade.
He hit the top 130.
That's out to center field, and it's going to travel over the head of Laureano. Here comes Ruiz rounding third. He'll score and heading towards third.
The timing isn't working. You're just not comfortable. It's understandable that they revert back.
That's on the ground, going to find a hole, and Ruiz coming home off one hit. It was to Zach Geloff back in the first inning. And that's some strikeouts and some ground balls, but calls for a hit right here from J.J. Blade of the extra base variety.
All included. Enhance your game day and add on a private bar and VIP pregame. Visit.
And Blade is going to find some outfield.
Loop for the next month or so.
2-1 hit hard towards right center field. That is going to fly on out of the ballpark.
Consistently just kind of tightening all of that stuff up.
That's hard out towards the gap and coming in to bounce right past his glove. Abreu missing it, and Blade hesitated. Triple for Zach Geloff. J.J. Blade swings at the second pitch he sees, and love the hit parade today for Oakland.
Chapman, Olsen.
Number 7 earned runs over 4 2/3 on the ground. That could be trouble. And coming home now, Nick Allen's going to get himself in a pickle. There's a 1-2 coming for Blade, and that's going to hit the outfield. Geloff around second, heading to third. 1-2, and that's going to find the outfield.
The game in the 8th as a pinch hitter. 0-2 pitch, shot the other way. Winker will dive and not make the play. Blade rounding first, heading into second. The throw in is in time. J.J. Blade swinging on the first pitch, and that'll drop down for a base hit.
And where your stuff plays against your opponent.
J.J. Blade in the air to right field. Thomas moves back. He leaps. It's off the wall. Toro at third base.
I love this place.
2-1. Right back up the middle, a base hit. It gets away from.
Payoff pitch. That's on the ground, and it'll hop past the glove of Jimenez. Here's the pitch from Bybee. On the ground, and reaching over is Rocchio.
It's the lack of the back of the baseball card that'll get you.
Here's the pitch, and that's fired over the glove of Anthony Rizzo into right field, bouncing off the corner. Blade heading for second, and
that was Seattle Mariners.
That's going to be lifted over the head of Anthony Rizzo, and J.J. Blade will head towards second.
Yesterday.
Payoff pitch, and that's ripped past the first baseman at Mountcastle. Here comes Lawrence Butler.
Get in there and sort of face those demons day in and day out.
1-1. Hits that ball hard. Right center field. That one's going to go over the wall for a ground rule double.
You know, it's just a
2-2. High fly ball. Deep to right field. Bombs away for J.J. Blade. And the A's. Blade up. High fly ball. Deep to center field. Taylor back. You can kiss that ball goodbye. In this game for Oakland.
oh,
Fly ball. Deep right center. That ball is not coming back. Ball and 2 strikes. Liner into right field. He wasn't done.
so are aware of what's happening day in and day out.
2-2. Line drive into right center field. That's going to roll and roll some more all the way to the wall. Langoliers is being waved home. Blade to second. The throw to the plate is way off the line. Blade, high drive to center field. Tavares going back. He's still going by the warning track, and he can't make the catch. It's off the wall. hard line drive over the leaping glove of Smith. And for that. Shot the other way, down the left field line, and fair. That's going to get to the corner. Toro being waved home. Blade into second. Blade back up the middle.
Oh.
Awkward hop for Seager. The throw to first is going to be
Grays. And J.J. Blade belts one on out. See you later for the exclamation point.
To pay attention to today.
First pitch to J.J. Blade, swung on out to center field, and a 2-out
Side of the play, so he was not going to be able to see the contact made on the backside.
J.J. Blade swings at the first pitch, and the liner.
How many of us pitch freely?
Well, that's on the ground. It's going to find a hole to the outfield, and J.J. Blade. The fruits of that labor, and J.J.'s been right in the middle of the mix. This is out towards left field. It's heading towards the wall, and it's going to go off of it. Here comes Abraham Toro home. Bobby Witt Jr. came after Adley Rutschman. That had a loud sound out to right field and off the wall. Renfroe's gonna. And right there, it does hit the glove of Pasquantino, but.
Breakout to kind of shake the rust.
Well, that one's hit hard towards right field, and it's heading towards the wall. It'll play off of it, and Renfroe will.
The league should be put on notice.
2-1 to Blade, and out towards the gap in left center. He's heading towards second, and the throw coming in.
As a barometer or as that line of demarcation.
Blade shoots it the other way, and that gets past the diving Beck. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. Blade around second. He's going to move into third, and he will stand up there. With 4 home runs and 13 RBIs here at the Coliseum this year. Swinging a high fly ball deep to right field. This one's got a chance, and it's gone! He adds to that total. 2-2. That shot into the gap in right center field. It's carrying, it's carrying, it's carrying. It's gone! It's gone! This game is tied again!
Team, 2 hitters.
J.J. Blade, deep drive to right. J.J. jolts one out of here. 3 straight games.
I think somebody that has embraced maybe a bit more responsibility as well.
And that's hammered down the right field line and fair. It's going to tuck into the corner. Blade racing around first. He heads into second.
Good for a hit here on the road trip. 0 for yesterday. Could that be it? Yes! Past a diving glove of Jose Siri, and J.J. Blade is going to round the corner at second and head into third. 1-2, and that might do it. Ball to left field. Schumann coming around, and he's going to get held up by Eric Martins, pushing for second. Called out. Runner coming home. And
I was talking to some folks around the building, and
J.J. Blade on the ground, a diving Caballero to go off his glove. And see off to the right of your screen, sitting next to Daz Cameron. And that ball is going to be fair. J.J. Blade will hustle on to second base. Again, the 5th 3-hit game this season for Toro, and now Blade at 0-2. He's going to find a hole right down the third base line, and Toro rounding second. He'll get the stop sign. The lefty Chris Sale starting the game, and there you go, J.J. grab a knock.
Well, another 2-strike count to an A's hitter. And Blade wins this battle with a leadoff single. 1-2, back up the middle, and J.J. Blade has a 2-hit evening thus far.
you know, I think
J.J. Blade inside out to left center. That's going to find the fairway and go to the wall. The doubles machine will
not hustling down the line. That was not the case.
Blade swinging a drive. It might be. It could be. It will be. A walk-off winner.
1-1 to J.J. Blade, and that's hit hard out to right field. Fernando Tatis.
Solid.
Man, go the other way. Why not, you know? And a hit for J.J. Bleday right past the glove of Jake Cronenworth.
Lose some guys.
That was a hot shot right towards first base, and Luis Arraez to Matsui. 75th career start for Joe Ryan today, and that's going to get through. J.J. Bleday ran into Trevor Larnach. That ball's crushed out towards right field. It's heading deep, and that baseball's gone. J.J. Bleday answer. 1-1 to J.J. Bleday. Bleday to left field. That's going to land, and J.J. Bleday with it.
27th man for today.
That's on the ground. It'll find a hole. J.J. Bleday. 0-1. He sends it to left field. Coming in is Margot. It's going to drop in front of him. J.J. Bleday, who was a victim of that changeup that you've been so complimentary of, and he gets a hit. So back-to-back.
That was
J.J. Bleday finding the gap. He's going to head towards second and look for the second extra base hit today.
Which for an everyday guy, that's a lot. And now the split a gap to left center field. That's traveling, carrying some more, and it's going to go off the wall. Schumann's going to round third. The throw to the plate is cut off. And he'll send a charge to right field. Velasquez going back. He'll look up, and it's off the top of the wall. Geloff scores.
Well, I mean, you think about a guy like Daryl Hernandez.
J.J. fly ball to right field. This one's going to go off the wall, and J.J. might have, will have.
Based on the ballpark or this sort of environment.
Bleday shoots it the other way into left center. Toro rounding second. He's going to push for third with
how essential they were to that outing.
J.J. Bleday ambushes the first pitch. That's going to go way out of here.
You can really focus on the work we're trying to get done.
And Bleday lines one into right field. A bat couldn't frame that one up for a called strike three. 3-2. Little floater into center field. Moniak coming in. It's going to drop down for a hit. Rounding third and coming home is Alvarez. He scores. Line drive, fair, into right field. Brett Harris comes around to score. J.J. Bleday wanted it. 2-2. That's line the other way, and Bleday.
There's a responsibility that comes along there.
2-2. That's hit hard out towards center field, traveling back towards the wall and going off the wall. Duran will throw it in. Here comes Schumann, and the A's build their lead. 0-1 to J.J. Bleday, and that's going to find a gap. J.J. Bleday is going to head towards second. And J.J. Bleday is going to grab a knock as well. He's heading towards second. J.J. Bleday is going to round it to third. Got in the corner, and J.J. will have a triple. To see Michael Jack Schmidt.
Well, I can.
And Bleday to wait for it a bit, but gets himself another knock. He's going to jog into second, and it's the brings up J.J. Bleday. 0 for 3 today. He swings on one towards right field, and J.J. Bleday, home run. 0-2 to Bleday here. And he's going to find a gap. J.J. waited for it, and he'll just stroll in. Yeah, you had many a meal at that house. 2-1, and Bleday into right field, and Duhar. He's going to round second and head to third, a double. Payoff pitch, Bleday to right field, and J.J. Bleday driving in the first run. Off the wall, Bleday heading for second. Here comes the throw from Adele. There's a starting five sitting down there.
Yeah.
It's been unfortunate for them. J.J. Bleday adding another hit. So
not clean. Threw it against the wall for good measure.
And J.J. Bleday following up with a shot towards right field, and that's going to bounce off the wall, head into Chase McCormick's glove. In comes Andujar. Here's a 3-2 from Montero. J.J. Bleday add another hit. This one to left. Strikeouts against the Astros starter today. And Blade swings at the first pitch, and that's going to land fair territory. Miguel Andujar rushing over to third, and that ball is going to find the grass. J.J. Blade. The fact that the A's never trailed at any point. J.J. Blade lifts one out towards right field, and you can see you later. Home run came into play early, and then it was often. This one on the ground, diving for it is Brett Wisely. It'll go off his glove and going. This one on the ground, and it might squeeze by. It does into the outfield.
Contact.
2-2 pitch, softly hit into center. In comes Kiermaier. It's going to drop down.
Hoofing it.
2-0. Hard shot, fair down the right field line again. 4-2 A's. Bladay's going to stretch for second. He's going to slide in safely.
You hold your breath because you can see a reaction.
Off the end of the bat, it's dropping fast. It's another hit. Broken bat, drops into center field, a 2-out knock for J.J.
During batting practice, maybe going over some ABs.
Fly ball right center field. Corey jokes on the run. He's not going to get there. It's off the wall. And J.J. Blade. Ground ball, that's through for a hit. J.J. gets his first.
Defense shaded towards the right side, and Blade goes to the right side. That's going to get out there and bounce on the turf. J.J. Blade is going to head for two. He hesitated and gets in. Solid innings at the Coliseum, a place he's very familiar with pitching. And J.J. Blade towards right field. The ball is going to leave the ballpark. A two-run homer. J.J. Blade swings at the first pitch. It hits the base and hops over Spencer Horwitz. Jogging home will be Lawrence Butler. And that's going to find a hole out in left field. It's going to bounce in front of Schneider, and Rooker got caught in between. The throw to Kirk. Momentum that the Athletics built early. Little puncher back towards third base, charging in and getting over to first. That's when it comes to left-handed starters. In the opposition, this one over the head of McNeil and moving.
There's a lot of effort that goes into that.
Swung the first pitch, and J.J. Blade. Always a good time to change that. He swings at the first pitch. This ball out towards right field, and this ball's gone. How about a grand slam kind of day? Blade swings at the 1-1 into the outfield, and J.J. Blade reaching here.
It's happening too, I think, is impressive.
1-1 to deep right field. Low going back. He looks up, and Blade barrels it out of the ballpark.
What he's doing with that pitch.
All in a strike to Blade, and hit this one hard to right field. DeLuca goes back. He will run out of room. 0-2. That's crushed to right center field. Oh my goodness, J.J. Blade. Line drive up the middle, a base hit, a late break for Lawrence Butler. Emart is going to stop him at third.
In the moment.
This one's going to find a hole for J.J. Blade. Keep it moving, Oakland. Venture into the old visitors TV booth. No. This ball out towards right center field. Could be trouble, and it is.
That's really paid off.
There's the 2-2 to Blade, and that's going to go over the head of Espinal. Is it hard and challenging to pace in there? How about that ball fair down the first base line, going first to third, Brent Rooker, and jogging into second, neck and neck until Bobby Witt Jr. played baseball out of his mind. This one deep, and this one also gone. See you later, J.J. Blade. And this ball will be gloved by Ellie De La Cruz on the backhand.
The defense, the arm.
J.J. one to right field, and that ball's going to hit in the corner. Rooker's going to get the stop sign in Cincinnati. To right field, and Adolis Garcia will head back towards the wall, and it is gone. He's opener. JJ Bleday towards right field. It's going to hit the gap, and it'll be extra bases for JJ with another run coming in.
44-9.
Now Bleday swings on it and lines it into right field. That's going to roll. Bleday into second base with a 2-out double. JJ Bleday, who struck out twice, is looking for another result. It's a hard liner just beyond the reach of Justin Turner. That's going to get to the corner. JJ Bleday, another double. It's bobbled by Robles. Rooker's coming home. 3-2 pitch, and that's grounded through for a hit. Wilson will be held up at third. Bleday cracks it to right center field. That ball's traveling. Meadows at the track, and he can't make the play. It's off the wall.
1-1, and that's on the ground. It's going to get past the glove of Diaz into right field, and Brent Rooker is going to go 379 is the batting average for him. And just add to it is that's going to dump in the gap there. It'll roll towards the wall, and JJ Bleday has one of his specials.
84, just a 25.5% whiff rate.
JJ Bleday to right field. It's going to bounce in front of Ben Gamble.
30 double plays rolled up for Framber.
And there's a hot shot past a diving John Singleton. This will go to the corner in right field. JJ Bleday go for 40 doubles.
On why he took the approach he did.
That's going to be a fair ball and get through on the left side. So a 2-out single for JJ Bleday, make it a double as he for him after he hit a double in the second. And JJ into center field. He'll add with a multi-hit. And now the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming for Bleday. This one into right field, and JJ Bleday is going to round for second. Another double to begin the final game against the White Sox. Rooker taking care of that, and JJ Bleday will keep it going into right field, and yet another double on the books, in the books. Works at 60 pitches at the full count here to JJ Bleday. On the move was Rooker, and that ball's going to get down. Clay Holmes that held it the majority of the year. This is hit into left field, so here comes a runner as Derek Martins waves in Brent Rooker. Throw in. JJ Bleday into left field, and it's going to be a fair ball. Bounces on the line. JJ Bleday to left, and Wyatt Langford trying to shade it. He's going to drop it. A run coming home. It's the payoff pitch for JJ. That's on the ground. It'll get through, and JJ.
This rotation.
And JJ Bleday into right field. Brent Rooker heading on to third base. A couple of tough competitors too. JJ Bleday, that's going to land out there in center field. First to third for Schumann. And the